Hello Chuds! In this video, I will be attempting to cross the map in a Dozer, in a full public lobby. I will start at LSIA Airport and venture my way to the end of Pulido Bay. This video is fully inspired by Sunny Evans, because I lack creativity and originality. Also, I will not cheat my way out. I will be passing through the most populated areas of the map to keep things interesting, and hopefully prevent this from being a snooze fest.
Now I understand what it do.
As expected, the start was light work for the most part. And if it isn't obvious, the Dozer is painstakingly slow, moving at a whopping 12 miles per hour, meaning you can quite literally outrun the truck. I made it past the highway onto the main road, which is where I had my first player encounter. Thankfully, he was chill, but was fighting cops, so I was worried.
Bye, have a beautiful time.
Even though I survived that encounter, there was more bullshit ahead of me. I thought I was safe, but then they came back.
Oh shit, not good.
I was praying they wouldn't shoot a missile down my throat, so I tried showing signs of peace.
No.
Turns out they were chill too, but like the other guy, for some reason they decided to wreak havoc on innocent NPCs. I thought maybe this might have been doable first try, until this happened.
Oh my god.
Goodbye, my nigga.
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass.
This time I was in a hurry to leave the airport as literally 30 seconds ago, a group of players were raining hell all over the airport. One of the delinquents that was a part of it spawned in front of me, and I became really paranoid he was going to pull some BS.
Shut up! The fuck? No!
My foot was fully pressed on the gas, but you already know this shit's slow as hell, so he caught up fairly easily. Not sure why this vehicle is such a player magnet, but regardless, I just kept it pushing and hoped for the best. Then, out of nowhere, he jumped and ate straight concrete while I ended up getting shot at from presumably the player approaching behind us. Not sure what he wanted here, but he eventually drove off. I continued along when an absolute behemoth of a truck started barreling towards me at Mach fuck. Thankfully, the Dozer is a tank and absorbed the hit quite well, but knowing these stubborn fucks in the monster trucks, he would inevitably spin back for more. And I was right. If he wasn't bad enough, a night shark came out of nowhere and blew my back out, in which I truly thought I was doomed. But unexpectedly, the monster truck started protecting me and actually killed the guy, props to him. He even started helping by attempting to push the Dozer, but unfortunately, this snail on wheels weighs a staggering 22 tons, so I wasn't going any faster than normal, but I appreciated the effort. And I guess the cops were looking for a missing Dozer, because for whatever reason this dipshit started ramming into the side of it, looking for any reason to give me a wanted level. With Lester already on a cooldown, and having already used bribe authorities, I knew I was cooked. Starting off the third attempt, I felt confident. Once again, I made my way outside of the airport, onto the highway, and onto the main road. There wasn't much player interactions, with it just being them passing by, which was in my favor mostly. I ended up passing my previous farthest point in this challenge, and it seemed tame so far, although there were people fighting elsewhere, but it wouldn't be them I would have to worry about, as you're about to see. I ran into this guy who, like everyone else, I was skeptical of, but he was chill. That's when, for whatever reason, this shit stain decided to start shooting at me. Luckily, I managed to kill him, but I was shitting my pants. It was only a matter of time before he pulled back up, so I prepared for whatever he was going to shoot up my ass. As expected, he started making his way to us in his shit Luxo, ready to fuck our stuff up for defending myself. Not sure why he was so determined to destroy my beloved truck, but I held my own to make sure that didn't happen. Even after all that, I kept it pushing. The guy I met ended up getting packed up by the cops, but at least I finally made it near the casino. I thought I was making good progress, and I even thought this might have been the one, but guess who decided to wobble over to mess it all up? But when you're driving a vehicle that moves at turtle speed and that will despawn if you go too far since you can't own it, there's not much you can do. He low-key fucked my shit up and blew up my truck, so I had to accept it and restart.
But not until I put belt to ass for being a prick.
Again, I made my way out of the airport and onto the highway. Along the way, some guy sped past me, turned back, and drove towards me. But he seemed friendly, so I wasn't all that worried. Like the guy in the monster truck, he attempted to help me speed up by ramming me from behind, although, as expected, that didn't work. He even upgraded to a semi-truck, but even that didn't help. After all that, nothing much else happened, so I started letting my guard down. That was until I witnessed a scramjet getting destroyed by a missile in the background, so I locked back in. The guy from earlier pulled back up, this time in his Toreador. I wasn't sure if he was here to protect me or not, but other than that, he mostly just messed around bullying the NPCs. Another guy came along. I was a little suspicious of him, but clearly I was worried about the wrong person.
Don't worry though, he got his ass handed to him as well.
At this point, I was pretty sick of the challenge, but I was too determined and into it to give up, so I kept going. A short while after exiting the highway, this guy came up to me. Out of desperation to not get killed, I complied with whatever he was up to. Although, just like most of the other people I encountered in this challenge, he had no intention of killing me, which was relieving. And I guess he was tired as well, as he took a quick nap in my Dozer. Not even a couple seconds later, a Mark II started circling around us like it spotted easy prey, which I guess it kind of did. Not sure if I hit him off or something, but regardless, I guess he felt some type of way about it because he lit me the fuck up. I was going to go after him and blow his shit up, but surprisingly my Dozer was still there to my shock. So after hesitating if it's worth staying in this lobby, I decided to continue along. After a couple more close calls and underwear changes, I finally reached the highway, officially passing the most dangerous part of the challenge. Although it wasn't completely safe, I knew I had a better chance at survival, so it was smooth sailing from here. People were too preoccupied fighting each other in the city, and I'm not sure what happened to the guy who killed me on the Mark II, but because of the lack of enemies, 5 miles quickly turned into 4.5. 4.5 into 4. 4 into 3.5. 3.5 into 3. 3 into 2.5. 2.5 into 2. 2 into 1.5. 1.5 into 1. 1 into half a mile. Before I knew it, I was less than a quarter mile to my destination. I even had some supporters waiting for me at the end.
Oh, hell no, I'm out of here. What the hell?
Anyways, I kept pushing to my final resting point, finally ending this challenge. I'm not exactly sure how I should end this video, but shout out to the people who made this challenge bearable with their entertainment and some of their attempts to help. In order to help me put out more videos, leave suggestions as to what I should do next in the comments. This challenge was excruciating, but eventually I did it, and that's all that matters.